Hey playa, do you sometimes sit quietly by yourself and wonder, am I going to be single and alone forever? I know that feeling can be scary, so I want to share some tips on how to overcome it. And after that, I'll share some tips on how to start making progress towards your first relationship. So stay tuned because that's coming up right after this. There's a few different types of single people out there that feel like they'll be forever alone. For example, there's the type of people who feel like they've never been able to make a connection with anyone. There's the people who get into relationships, break up, and then stay single for an insanely long amount of time thinking, that's it, this is my fate. And there are the type of people who try their best to ask someone out but fail each time and they don't know why. Regardless of whichever one you are, there's a high chance you spend a lot of time in your head thinking, well, this is my fate. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. As we get older, we come to believe that we can only be happy by being in a relationship, that somehow by being single we're doing something wrong. The truth is, you can be happy all by yourself. Now, I know you know that, but the thing is, it's a matter of putting it into practice before you get into a relationship. So what I want you to do is to stop everything else that you're doing right now, except watching this video. Take a deep breath with me. Come on, let's do this. And focus on your breath as you breathe out. Whenever you find yourself overwhelmed by the idea of being alone forever, bring yourself back to the present moment by breathing. Oftentimes, we let our minds wander into what ifs. What if I never find someone? What if I should have never broke up with them? What if every single person I talk to is going to reject me? But all those moments have either passed or have yet to happen, which means in the present, they don't exist. And where you put your mental energy is essential. Knowing that you have control over the present moment means that your mind isn't going to wander into what ifs and you'll focus on right now. So how do you work towards not being single anymore? Well, the one thing I would suggest is to think about what you can offer someone else in a relationship. You may be thinking to yourself, I want someone who's good looking and smart and funny and awesome to hang out with, but you have to remember that those are qualities that you should bring to the table for them as well. Sometimes we hope for someone to just fall into our lap, that the right person will just appear at the right time. And that is partially true, but you'll never get heads on a coin toss if you don't flip it. So make sure to be interacting with as many people as possible and bringing those positive values forward. If you give yourself such a limited range of people to interact with, you're going to make that pool so small that the odds of you finding someone that you connect with will be slim. And what a lot of people do is they limit themselves only to people that they have an instant, immediate physical attraction to, which totally negates all the other qualities about a person. Relationships should be built on attraction and connection. So if you spend a lot of time chasing after someone that's hot as hell, but they end up being boring, well then you just wasted your time. Plus, as you spend more time around people and you get to know them better, you'll begin to see them in a more attractive light. And if you guys have things in common, that's another bonus for you. But keep in mind, you're not going to have something in common with everyone that you meet. Not having a lot in common is not a deal breaker. In fact, it's actually a good thing because it gives you both room to learn about each other's hobbies and to discover what the other person's passion is. So what if your situation is that you just keep getting rejected or you just haven't found someone that can give you a fair shot? In a situation like that, it's important to analyze your own behaviors and steps to see what can be improved. For example, let's say you've asked out 10 girls in your school, you've told each and every single one of them how you feel about them, and you ask them out directly by saying, will you go out with me, only to be met each time with a resounding no. Most guys will get frustrated and feel like it's the fault of the girl here, but chances are your approach needs work. Instead of telling her how you feel, try showing her how you feel by joking around with her, teasing her, or just trying to be playful and affectionate. In some cases, you may be creeping that person out, while in others, maybe it's your nervousness that's showing. Try to analyze your behaviors and see where you're messing up so you can change it. What do you think though? Are you afraid that you're going to be single forever? Leave your comment below and we'll talk about it. One more key thing to remember if you're single and you want to eventually be in a relationship is that changing yourself is very different from growing into new ideas. If you end up changing yourself just so that someone can accept you, I think that's the wrong road to take. But if you end up growing into new ideas that help you be a better person, that's definitely where you should head. Sometimes when people are single, they're desperate and they'll do anything to win someone over. So make sure to be smart about it. After all, the more you know, the more you grow. So always be learning. So when the person you connect with comes along, you could change your status from single to in a relationship. As always, guys, love and peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I put out a new video every Tuesday and Friday sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And just so you know, every single Monday night, I jump on Periscope and show the behind the scenes of the episodes that I'm recording. Right now, these are all the people watching, leaving comments, seeing me mess up all the time, all the bloopers. It's a lot of fun, so come join me on Periscope and check it out.